So today's video is basically an upgrade, another upgrade that I had to do on my hiking backpack, bug out bag, whatever you want to call it. Just recently, you guys seen I had purchased this guy here off of Amazon, thinking it was going to be a great, like long trip hiking backpack or whatnot. I really enjoy the more compact, slimmer backpacks, but which will allow you to actually pack, your necessities for long hikes. When I purchased this backpack here, just by looking at it and doing a lot of reviews and watching a lot of reviews off of YouTube, I was like, you know what, I think that might suit me real well for the fact that it's got a water bladder compartment, multiple compartments to put other items in. When I received it, I was very excited about it, and I actually received it the day of our trip, which was really, well, actually the day before our trip. We were headed out to go do some mine shaft exploring, and this trip that we had planned, we were looking at approximately a 10 to 12 hour hike here in Arizona. Yes, we're in the triple digits now, very hot, and I was hoping this backpack was going to suit me well. So I hit my trip, and just by the beginning of it, it was going real well. Everything was fine, working great. Felt comfortable to a certain point until I really got into probably about my third hour in a hiking, and I'll bring you guys over and show you guys what situations and issues I was coming across. So flipping the backpack over, you guys are going to notice how the straps are actually how they are. You can literally basically just pull this here, and you can literally just lose your straps. They're not laced in or tied in or whatnot. And then also you're going to notice the topper part area here has no cushion. The cushion actually drops down to where it's basically just sitting on your chest instead of on your shoulders. Even if I adjust this and bring the padding up, then it becomes too short of a backpack, or basically too tight. So it was very uncomfortable after about third hour. But I accomplished the full 10 to 11 hours we were out approximately. And I accomplished it, but it was dreadful. Now that I'm home, I got like massive, I don't know what you would call them, goose eggs on the top of my shoulders from this metal pieces here, and from this strap basically just digging into my skin, digging into my muscle. So it was very treacherous. Now I'm hurting bad now. It really hurts a lot. But you know what? I actually managed it and got through. The padding on the back of this backpack was somewhat okay, not bad at all. Another thing that I did not like is the way the bladder compartment actually holds the bladder. You can see it just basically just drops in like so. Not very comfortable. And with very less padding on the back, I had this thing digging into my spine, and that was another issue I kept dealing with. I had to continuously take off my backpack just to get that pressure off my spine. So it becoming Father's Day coming up, the wife seeing how much pain I was in and all the marks that I had from the straps, and then the big circle mark I had on my back from this little guy here. The wife's like, you know what, let's go get you a new hiking backpack. She knows I dig these exploring trips. I mean, I really get into them, you guys know that. And so we headed over to Wally World, and I was actually looking at this for quite a while. I really wanted a camouflaged color or something that blends in a little more, but you know what? I throw an orange flag on the back of my back anyhow, so it really doesn't matter. It's all about comfort. So I approximately paid, I think it was probably about 27 bucks for that, or 28, I can't recall. A little under 30 bucks. And I'm actually going to pass that down to my son because he's more smaller than I am. I'm going to pass it down to my oldest son, and he'll be doing some hiking trips with us here soon. And we can actually adjust that to where the pads will actually be on his shoulder instead of the straps, because he's got a smaller build. This is more for kids, to be honest with you. They should place that in their ad or their sales description, because for a full-size adult or even a medium-sized adult, which I would be probably what you would consider a medium-sized adult, you can't adjust that to where it'll fit you comfortable or where the padding is actually going to sit on your shoulders. But for a kid, it would work perfect. So you guys probably see these at your Wally World a lot, and I decided to go with this guy here. Cool Father's Day gift from the wife. It's the Outdoors product, and I basically transferred everything from that pack to this pack. My hiking packs weigh approximately, I want to say, close to about 20 pounds. It's not bad at all. A lot of people are like, you really don't need that much weight, but you got to understand, I live here in Arizona where we have an enormous amount of different types of danger, such as dehydration, snakes. You got to have a first aid kit for you know, the kind of hiking we do, rock climbing and going up slopes and stuff like that. So everything I carry is a necessity. I mean, fire starters, food, frozen water bottles, a hydration pouch, a 2.5 hydration pouch, and so on and so forth. So now that I actually loaded this up, I threw it on my shoulders, I'm like, you know what, this is really comfortable. And it only has 2 compartments, well, approximately 3, smaller one. But the front one, I was able to place all my first aid items and my tools and stuff within here. I'm not going to go on and do it. You guys probably seen a video already with everything I take with me. So the first compartment here has first aid, snake bite kit, fire starters, and all my tools. And then inside the bigger compartment, I have MRE, food, dry foods, trail mix, frozen water bottles, which is another cool necessity about this backpack, is it has 2 pouches off to the side for water bottles, and I can actually freeze some water bottles and keep the water there. The reason I freeze water bottles is when your hydration pouch does not stay fresh. It gets hot because it's on the back of your back, and you know, the friction, the heat, and everything else, it heats up your water. So instead of drinking hot water, what I would do at most times is pop in a mint, like a just a candy or whatnot, and then drink some water, and that kind of tricks your mind into thinking, you know, the water is cold, but really it's not. It's the mint that's basically minting out your mouth when you're drinking the hot water. But I like doing the whole frozen bottles, because what I can do is pour some water from my water pouch into the frozen water, and then I got, you know, really ice water to drink. Flipping her over, I'll show you guys here. So the padding actually comes all the way up, and these are not, it's the only way it's adjustable is from the bottom, which I really like the most, because now I'm gonna have that padding on my shoulder where it should be, unlike this pack here, where, you know, 25% of the padding was basically on your lower chest, and then I had these straps right here placed on my my traps, I guess what you would call them. And I mean, that thing, I mean, just all the weight, 20 pounds or plus of weight with just straps digging into your traps for long hikes. Very uncomfortable, so really nice. Another thing I really like about this is the padding is so thick compared to this. I mean, you see, it's just basically a netting on that. Here I have a lot of solid padding. And then another thing that I definitely like the most is my water pouch. My water bladder is actually concealed. And on top of that, you have solid padding in the inside, so it's not digging into your spine. You know, with it digging into your spine, it could become an issue after so long, as I was having a problem with that. I mean, I was literally getting a lot of pains in my back from, you know, that just being in there loose like that, and then it would come up at times when I'm hiking, and then I would literally just have this thing placed on my spine, and I mean, it was dreadful, it was painful. And then you can't really flip it. I guess you can, but it's not really made to be that way. So, you know, I just had to keep it the way it is. You can see when I purchased this is how the pouch already comes, and this is usually how you're expected to keep your water bladder. I mean, you can flip it over. I guess it really doesn't matter. So very nice. And the colors I really don't mind the colors, to be honest with you. As I stated, when I'm out doing these kind of hikes, I'm not trying to blend in or hide out. That's one reason I throw an orange flag on the back, because I really don't want, there's a lot of people out here who do hunting and stuff like that, and I really don't want to get shot in the back. So, you know, you have something like this, you're visual, and you don't have to worry about getting shot. So, very cool. Stay tuned. Probably the next maybe the next couple weeks or whatnot, we'll be getting out there again and doing some more exploring. This last trip, our goal was to get inside, or not inside, but basically give you guys some visuals of drop-in mines. And the drop-in mines, I mean, they're crazy dangerous, but I like exploring them, and I especially love hiking. Even if it's 113 degrees outside, it really doesn't matter. Arizona's a dry heat. It's still hot as hell. I mean, you still feel that sun cooking down on you, but the humidity is low, so which is a definite plus. And my whole thing is, you know, it's a survival training, I guess you would consider it as. Being able to get out there doing 10, 11, 12-hour hikes and not, you know, not failing, basically. That's the whole thing. Getting to one destination to another, getting back home safely, you know, keeping yourself hydrated, proteined up, and yeah, so stay tuned. I'll be putting this thing to work. I've already threw it on in the backyard with the amount of weight I have on there. I did a few sprint runs. I was going to bring that in on video for you guys to see, but I really didn't want to bore you guys with all that. So, I mean, that's how I test my gear out. I'll start off in my backyard where I got, you know, all my soft rock. I'll do some sprints, you know. I'll get on all fours and do some crawls, spider crawls and stuff like that, just to make sure that this is comfortable. I'll even go to an extent of, you know, laying on my back just to make sure that my spine's safe and there's enough padding. And the biggest key is padding within the shoulders. And as I stated, having that strap right there, you can see digging into my traps. I mean, that was just painful. I mean, my traps are like so sore, and my spine hurts so bad from this moving its way up, because you can't conceal it, and that thing basically just digging right into my spine during these trips. I had to continuously drop my pack, which could become an issue of having to stop so many times, because we head out approximately about 4 in the morning, and then to our destination. We get out there, and then I start recording about 5 o'clock when the sun comes up. So it's like, you know, continuously stopping, having to adjust that, and trying to get home at a time before it gets too hot in the day. That could become an issue, is having to drop your backpack consistently and adjusting it. So I really like this. You know, I think they did really good on it. I know I could have went more extent, but I really don't want to. As I stated, I like the more compact backpacks for my hikes. My buddy Ron carries one of, I believe it's called Field Line. I actually have one of those backpacks as my vehicle bug out bag, but they're more wider and you know, fatter, and I really don't like that. I like more compact. That's just the way I am, and I'm able to conceal all my necessities in here: ammunition, food, water, first aid, everything. Frozen water bottles. I got the 2.5 liter water, and you know, it helps me a lot to be able to have something compact, because when I go inside those mine shafts, I don't have to worry about, you know, my backpack scraping on the side of the mines. I'm able to drop down and crawl into tight, compact spaces. So if you guys want a strong review on the items that I actually take out hiking with me, let me know. I can make a video separate from that for you guys. So, But I just wanted to give a review on that. You guys probably seen those on Amazon a lot. It's a good backpack, honestly it is. I'm not going to down talk it, especially for the price. But if you're going on a 10-hour hike, I'd advise not to even bother with something like this. I mean, this would be pretty cool when we go to you know, small hikes or even little park adventures, or you know, little family outings or whatnot. I mean, it's a really good backpack. I actually like it. I still like it. I'm not going to down talk it, but just for a 10-hour hike or even a 3 to 4 hour hike, it could be dreadful on you, so be aware. Alright, so that's pretty much it from this review. God bless you guys. Much love and respect. So if you guys do hiking adventures or anything like that, let me know what kind of gear you guys take, what kind of backpacks you guys use or whatnot. I'll be more interested. I really love hiking and exploring and stuff like that in the outdoors. It's just a way to get away from, you know, the city life. And so yeah, let me know what you guys pack, what you guys use as gear, what kind of backpacks you guys run and whatnot. So much love and respect. I'm up and out. Peace out, my friends.